Embark on a journey into the profound wisdom of Marcus Aurelius with our latest addition to QuotientQuotables Philosophical Musings playlist. Explore timeless insights from the Stoic philosopher as we unravel thought-provoking quotes on happiness, self-reflection, and the art of living. Dive into QuotientQuotables' collection of Marcus Aurelius quotes on their YouTube channel for inspiring and thought-provoking content that will empower and uplift your mindset. Join us on this intellectual adventure and discover the profound wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor who continues to inspire and guide minds worldwide. Subscribe for a regular dose of inspiration and wisdom as we delve into Marcus Aurelius' philosophical musings. Sorry for the overlay. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Don't let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Don't give others the power to control your happiness. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to what happens to you that matters. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Study the past if you would define the future. Do not act as if tomorrow will never come. Do not postpone enjoyment until the future sees the day. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did it ourselves." The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. A true leader is one who never goes to sleep. People must see in him a living fire. The best leaders make people feel that they are co-creators of the enterprise. The more time you spend with people, the less power they have over you. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. The best way to teach is with love. The best way to persuade others is with your own example. The truth is within you. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Begin each day by telling yourself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil. But for my part, I have long perceived the nature of good and its nobility, the nature of evil and its meanness, and the nature of the person who does wrong and of the person who is wronged. And I know that the offender is impelled by ignorance, and that ignorance is the chief source of all wickedness. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. No man is free who is not master of himself. A man's true wealth is not in what he owns, but in what he is. It is not enough to know what is right. We must also do it. It is not in the nature of things for good to be harmed by evil, or for what is inherently beautiful to be made ugly. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your own estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your mere existence is an act of rebellion. What is it to die? To cease breathing? To be deprived of sensation? To be laid out in the earth? To decay and become food for worms? This is the end of a mortal being. But what of the soul that has left the body? Where does it go? Death is an end. It is nothing. It doesn't worry me. The soul is immortal. It is indestructible, and it cannot be harmed. The only reason why death is so terrible is that we fear it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Let nothing disturb thee, nothing perplex. All things pass, God remains. Patient endurance conquers all. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The best way to live is to follow nature. Man is not disturbed by things, but by the view he takes of them. What disturbs men's minds is not events themselves, but their judgment of events. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. If you are willing to look at things closely, you will see that the world is full of magic and wonder. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. Remember that you are an actor in a play written by another, with a limited number of lines. The important thing is not how long the play lasts, but how well you play your part. Death is nothing more than a shedding of the body like a worn-out garment. It is not an extinguishing of the light, but a transfer to a different kind of light. How much time have you wasted on things that are of no importance to you? The best thing about death is that it is the end of all worries. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. The first principle of all philosophy is that man should learn to control his own thoughts. Remember, there is no happiness for a man who does not feel secure. The best way to deal with an enemy is to make him a friend. You have power over your own mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The only source of knowledge is experience. It is not enough to have knowledge, we must apply it. The happiness of the governed is the supreme law of a king. When a ruler is just and beloved by the people, he becomes more powerful than any other. True leaders are those who are willing to sacrifice their own interests for the good of their people. A wise leader is one who is always learning and growing. The best leaders are those who empower their people to achieve their full potential. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Friendship is the most valuable possession that a man can have. The best way to resolve conflict is to listen to both sides and find common ground. The best way to communicate is with kindness and compassion. The best way to build relationships is to be yourself. Happiness is not something that happens to us. It is something that we create. The only way to be truly happy is to live in the present moment. The best way to achieve happiness is to focus on helping others. Happiness is a choice, and we all have the power to choose to be happy. The greatest gift that you can give to another person is your time. Marcus Aurelius was a wise and thoughtful emperor who left behind a legacy of valuable insights on how to live a good life. His writings can be a source of guidance and inspiration for anyone seeking to live a life of virtue, purpose, and happiness.